Thunder, thunder, thunder!
Thundercats! Ho!
You called for us, Lino? My fellow Thundercats, it is supper time! Who wants meow mix? We like chicken, we like liver. Meow mix, please deliver.
Hello, big kids. It's time for your
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of the Thundercats 2011 Tower Omens playset. So here we got the packaging for the Tower Omens, lights and sounds. Ooh, Thundercats, thunder, thunder, thunder. And look, it's an exclusive vehicle that kind of looks like the cat's lair. Ooh, exclusive Tygra figure in his invisible form. Love that picture of the Tower Omens. There's the Tygra. It says Tower Omens right there with the Thunderlink's power magnet technology. Side of the box advertises the roleplay toys like the Sword of Omens Deluxe Basic and Basic Claw Shield, while the other side advertises the 6-inch figures as well as the deluxe figures. On the back here shows all the features like the quick escape slide and the ride the elevator to activate. There's the push the launch missile for the exclusive vehicle. Collect and interact with other Thundercats, and shows all the things that come with it. And a kid that's having fun right there. Unlock the power to battle evil. Wahaha, and the catapult. You gotta love that. And then the other figures. Oh man, it's time to open up this awesome toy. Before we get into the Tower Omens, let's start with the exclusive Tygra figure you get. Now this is Tygra in his invisible mode, which is really cool. This is a figure that probably wouldn't sell that well if it was standalone, but to be included with a playset, that's really cool. It's really the same repaint or clear plastic of the one we got from the Thunder Racer. It's the exact same one from head to toe. And you see, even though it's invisible, it has all the details minus what, paint apps, of course, because it's invisible. And you see back here, that's where the magnet is, and then there's a little screw. That's the only problem, is that you can't make screws invisible. But it's still very cool, and I really like that we do get an invisible Tygra, because I'm pretty sure some people out there want that, and I know I wanted it. And he still has the same articulation. Head can rotate, can kind of go up and down. Arms rotate, doesn't bend at the elbow, wrists rotate, no waist articulation, legs go forward and back a little bit, bend at the knee. So, like I said, it's not like the regular deluxe or a regular 4-inch one, but it's like the Thunder Racer one, so just like that, minus, it's just invisible. The playset itself consists of 4 main pieces that are all separate. We first got the little gate right here, which has a really cool cat's head. It's very reminiscent of the cat's lair, which really like, has nice red eyes, and has little details like these little vine things on the top right there. Now they could have been painted, yes. This definitely could have had a little bit more detail, but you can see with the pillars right here, has little cracks in between there, which is a cool little part. I like the little teeth right there. So that's your front part. This is the main thing, which I'll show the action feature here in a second. You get this cool little vehicle, which I'll show here more in detail. So get this cool little catapult. We got the actual Tower of Omens, the main part of the playset, which has these cool little cats on each side of them. Very nice little pillars. Only bad thing is that the way that they're put in there isn't super secure. This will hold it up, but just be very careful. I don't know if they intentionally did that, so you want your mutants to attack, lizards or whatever, to attack that, you can make it like fall apart. But yeah, it could have been a little sturdier, so that's the only bad thing. One thing that's cool about each of these pillars, it has a peg right there, so you can take your Thundercats figures and you can place them on there, and you can have like little epic fights or just have them displayed there. I really like that. This little part of the tower has some nice blue highlights right there on each side of it, which is very cool. It has the little vines like it did on the top of the cat's head, but they're not painted. Like I said, it could have a little bit more detail, but still very nice. And then of course has the little Thundercat symbol on both sides right there, which is very cool. That will light up here, and I'll show it in a second. So that's the main part of the Tower of Omens. You also got this piece of the Tower of Omens that can come out, and I'll show here, it'll become a little escape slide. So but yeah, that's one piece. If you don't want the elevator showing, you can just attach it back there and it will just look like that. Also get these little instructions on how to put together the Tower of Omens. You'll definitely need to take a look at this little vehicle you get. Now what does it look like? It looks very reminiscent of an old school playset that the Thundercats had. Yeah, it looks, well, it is mostly white with this blue part. Let's see here. It has little rolling wheels and a little missile. Sadly, the only way to launch the missile is to do this. Yeah, kind of lame, but it's okay. I can forgive it not having a spring. I don't really care for missile launching features, so it's okay. Now you would take your Tygra or any other figure on here, and then you just place them down here with the Thunder Links, and boom. Now you can see it's very reminiscent of the old school Cat Slayer. Like I said, if you're a customizer or somebody, you want to paint all this to make it look more like the Cat Slayer, it's so cool. I do like the blue cat's head with the red eyes, and it looks really cool. It's actually a cool little vehicle when you have your Tygra or anybody riding it. It can roll really good, and you have little cats there on wheels. Rawr. The entrance of the Tower Omens has a little action feature. You take any of your figures that have the Thunderlinks magnets right here, put it up to the nose right here, and it opens up the gate, which is really cool. It'd be cool if it was only actual Thundercats and not like Mumm-Ra or the mutants, but you know, it's cool, and you can close it back up here. You also get this cool accessory that's actually ingenious, if I have to say so myself. It is a cat uphold. It's a cool little detail with the little cat claws. Looks like real wood. You know, it's only 2 colors, well 3 colors if you count the eyes, but it's so cool. And then the little cat mouth can open up, or can have it. It's also like the Cat Slayer, a little bit like a catapult Cat Slayer. You also get 2 of these half boulders, or like a full boulder that you can place in the cat's mouth. What you do is just fling this, and it shoots out the boulder. How cool! Now the actual Tower Omens has the best feature right here. You can see there's 2 little pegs right there. So let's take our Lino figure right here. Let's place them on here. Now what I'm gonna do, there's a lever on the back right here that you can use to lift them up. So let's bring them up, and you slowly bring them up, and what will happen? So this part will light up red that says Thundercats Ho. It's the same thing as the deluxe Lino that you get, or sort of Omens. This part will open up, which is cool, but you want to see how bright the light is when it's kind of bright. It's not super bright. I remember originally at Toy Fair they said this would project on the wall, but as you can see in the back of the wall right here, it's definitely not bright enough to really project it. So that's kind of sucks, but still, you know, I like the little lights and sounds. And the last little cool thing you can do is you can take on either side this little part right here. You would just place it on the side right here. See, it hooks together right there on the little end. You can take Lino or anyone if they need to do a quick escape. They just slide down. Woo! Cheetar, me, Lino, and the others are gonna take the Thunder Tank. You take the cat car. Okay, Panthro. Panthro, there seems to be something wrong. There's like a big gap between me and the seat. Don't worry, pretty kitty. I'll keep you comfortable. Tygra? Oh yeah, don't worry, I'll be your seatbelt. Size comparison time. So here you can see the Tower Omens compared to the original Cat Slayer, which yes, I will review, is a little bit shorter. It only goes to the cat's nose. It is really big, I mean tall. Like look at it compared to say like a 6-inch Lino. You know, right there, it's definitely made, it's not to scale, of course, a place that's never really to scale, but you can see how tall it is, even compared to the Mezco Lino over there. You know, it's taller than that. That's 14 inches, so that's probably about like I don't know, 19 inches. It's pretty tall. The Tower Omens playset is a really fun playset. Is it as great as the original Cat Slayer playset? No, that playset was awesome, and this one definitely doesn't hold a candle to that. But if they were to try to reproduce that, which we don't, I mean, this is what was in the show, and the Cat Slayer we did see in the show, but it got destroyed in the first like 2 episodes. Kids will love it. There's a lot of fun action features. You get a figure with a, you know, vehicle. It has lights and sounds, and for collectors, this is a great display piece for all your Thundercat figures. For 40 bucks, this is a really good deal for the fact you get like a playset with a vehicle and a figure with lights and sounds. I mean, this is only 10 bucks more than the Thunder Tank. Yeah, it could have had a little bit more sound effects, but you know, with that voice that we've gotten with the Sword of Omens and the Thunder Tank, I don't know if people will want that anyway. But like I said, I really recommend this for Thundercat fans. If you're collecting the 4-inch line, I definitely think that you definitely need this. I mean, like I said, it's not as great as the Cat Slayer, but still a great playset, and I highly recommend it. For more geek news, reviews, and more, check out bkbn.net. I'm Sean Long, and remember to celebrate your Nilim in a big way. In brightest day, in blackest night.
Urban Collector is tight.
If you like superhero video game, movie, action figures, replicas, t-shirts, and more, check out Urban Collector. They take all credit cards and PayPal, plus do pre-orders with urban-collector.com. You don't need a power ring to be a superhero, but I think they sell them too. Awesome! Thundercats, let me in!
Not by the hair of our chinny chin chin!
Fine, I'll huff, I'll puff, and I'll blow. Wait a second, I can just go around. I'll just do that.
Oh, Whiskers, I knew we forgot to finish that wall. Man, Great Wall, epic fail.